Peace and love. It's your girl LS with Intuitive Reality, and I deliver messages from the divine through the art of tarot. I hope that everyone is doing well today. Today I'll be delivering the message for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, this will be your general message for November 2020. We know that general messages mean exactly how Spirit begins it is exactly how Spirit will end it, okay? And we're going to be just fine with that. We also know that before every reading, I pray over the cards and the reading before I start. If you are a current subscriber, I would like to thank you for your love and support. Know that I am always sending you peace and blessings because you make it easy for me to be on my divine mission. If you are new to the channel, please take a look around. I'm certain the Spirit already has a message here for you. And as you view this message, if it resonates with you, if you like me, if you like the content, don't hesitate to hit the like button. You can comment down below, as well as subscribe and share as I am continuing to build Intuitive Reality into what I know it shall be. Again, this will be the general reading for the zodiac sign of Capricorn for November 2020. And without further ado, let's hop right in. High vibrational spiritual pantheon, may I please have the overall energy for Capricorn, November 2020. Capricorn, November 2020. Capricorn, thank you. Very hopeful. You feel very renewed, very refreshed, okay? With the Star card. You feel a sense of serenity. You feel inspired, okay? Tell me more about Capricorn in November 2020. Capricorn, November 2020. We have the Five of Cups, Capricorn. Capricorn, November 2020. We have the King of Rods, Cap. We also have the Death card. Capricorn, November 2020. Capricorn. We have the Three of Swords. Capricorn, November 2020. Capricorn, November 2020. We have the Lovers. And we have the Emperor. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. Okay, Capricorn. So you could be looking at a situation where you feel like maybe you were defeated or just very disappointed, like there was a loss, all right? We see that the King of Rods is here. You could have been dealing with someone who at the time could have been very impulsive, all right? Ruthless, okay? Had very high expectations of you. It seems as if you went forward and you ended this situation, or this person decided to walk away from you. This caused you some pain with the Three of Swords because this was a separation that you weren't expecting. It felt like heavy rejection from your lover, okay, with the Lovers card. And meaning, again, this is a person that you've seen as your duality is you, okay? But through this, it seems as if you gather yourself and you come into a position where you are the authority in your world, where you rebuild a new structure on solid foundation. But it seems as if you had to regretfully move away from something with the Six of Swords in order to do that. And this is where we get the hope and the sense of renewal with the Star card as your overall energy for November. So let's get some clarifiers and stop guessing and find out. Tell me about this Five of Cups for Capricorn, November 2020. The Five of Cups, Capricorn, November 2020. The Five of Cups. Thank you. This is the Tower card in reverse. So the Tower card in reverse talks about a situation that wouldn't change, right? A situation that, as much as you try to avoid disaster in the situation, there was no change. Okay, so you had to walk away from it or knock over this cup. All right, tell me more about this Five of Cups, Spirit. The Five of Cups for Capricorn. The Five of Cups for Capricorn. Thank you. This happened really fast with the Eight of Wands, okay? Very quickly you realize, oh, this situation is not gonna change. Tell me more about this Five of Cups for Capricorn. All right. You tried to have patience, okay? You tried to pull it all together for this situation with the Magician card. You tried to pull it all together for this situation. But something just wasn't right, okay? It seems like there were some illusions to this scenario. And it has something to do with the Lover, just as I suspected, okay? So even though you tried to pull everything together with the Magician, there was still some illusions, some type of deception, okay, in this relationship, Capricorn, all right? Now, this person could have been in the energy of the King of Rods in reverse, of course, where this person could have been very ruthless, okay? This person could have been impulsive, had high expectations of you or the scenario. Tell me about this King of Rods, Spirit. Tell me about this King of Rods. Okay. So we have the Devil card here, okay? So there could have been some toxins or toxicity in the relationship, or just toxins with this person's personality or mental state. Either way, it brought a lot of conflict and tension to the relationship with the Five of Swords. Ultimately, you decided to end this scenario, or this person ended this scenario probably haphazardly, you know, speaking out the side of their mouth. And they just really didn't understand that you were going to take them up on this offer to bounce out with the World card, okay, and go for something new, get a new cycle and complete the situation, okay, to move forward. We see the Death card here, and the Death card is scorpionic energy, of course. But it also talks about endings, just to possibly begin again, but ultimately a change, okay, where there's transformation and a transition. Tell me about this Death card for Capricorn. Too many, Spirit, make it plain. The Death card for Capricorn. The Death card for Capricorn. Thank you. We have the Ace of Cups. So ending a situation where there was a lot of love, a lot of compassion, okay? Just a lot of good times, okay? As far as you were concerned, to put an end to this, you know, it was very difficult for you to do so, okay? The Death card. We have the Three of Wands, all right? The Three of Wands talks about, you know, preparing to move forward, okay, and expanding into new horizons. All right. Where someone feels very sad, including you, okay? You feel very sad about it, more disappointed than anything, okay? This was not something that you wanted to happen, Capricorn, as well as your person, you know, feels like they lost a very, you know, important person. This is clarified with the King of Swords right behind it saying you cut this off, okay? So this person feels very bad, you know, about this. You know, they're at a loss for words. This was supposed to be a higher level of commitment, okay? So they feel the pain too. But you are exacting your truth with the King of Swords, being clear in your thought, being your own authority and saying, this isn't going to work for me, okay? So now we have the Three of Swords, where this talks about this painful separation. Clarify the Three of Swords. Spirit, clarify the Three of Swords, please, for Capricorn. Yeah, this was someone that you were building a relationship with. You guys could have things already built together with one another, okay? You could have a house together, an apartment. You could have bought a, you know, guys could share an animal. You could share a car. But this was someone that you were building a structure with, a solid foundation with. You could have thought that this person was your twin flame. So it was very hurtful, or Yeah, it was very hurtful. That's the best that I can say. Okay. And we have the Four of Swords in reverse, Capricorn. So we have where you just feel burnt out on the situation, where there was a lack of progress. And we have the Star card in reverse, where you feel like that there is no hope for this situation. It makes no sense to try to renew something. You have lack of faith in this person. Okay, you are discouraged from doing anything with them. Okay, again, very, very hurt by this scenario. You also could have been dealing with an Aquarius. I get heavy Aquarius in this reading, Capricorn, okay? It doesn't mean that you are, but you could. So, the Lovers. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is clarifying the Lovers with the Emperor in reverse, okay? It seems as if this person was very dominating, all right? Very controlling, not flexible at all, very rigid. The Lovers. All right. This person, you guys could be married, or you guys could have children together, or you could live together, have been together for a while. Okay. This speaks about wealth, family, inheritance. Okay. So this was a forever person. That's what I call them. Okay. So this could have been your forever person. All right. Again, wife, father or mother of your child, okay? But this person was very controlling and dominating, okay? And it just made it very difficult. We also have the the Two of Swords here, okay? Where you could want to call a truce, okay? But this person has been deemed by you as a stalemate at this point. They could have some, childhood issues or emotions that they are not willing to go over to heal, which makes it very difficult to keep this relationship afloat and for it to move forward in the way that you would like. So it seems as if you exact yourself as the Emperor at the end of this scenario. All right. The Emperor as being an authority in your own world, building your new structure and your new foundation. Okay. Let's find out more about this Emperor. The Emperor for Capricorn. The Emperor for Capricorn. We have the Nine of Swords. In you doing this, it makes this other person go into tailspin, Capricorn. It makes them have sleepless nights. They're in a place of despair. They really thought, that you would be able to move past this. Again, this is someone that you've been dealing with for a while. So you know them and they know you. They could possibly think that this is just, another argument. But because you exact yourself as the Emperor saying, I deserve better. I'm going to go elsewhere and I'm going to build a new foundation. In return, it puts this person in a state of depression, anxiety, insecurity, despair, okay? Tell me more about the Emperor. We have the Knight of Wands, okay? That's you. That's you being full of energy, being full of passion, okay? Being, sexy, all right? Out there being single. Out there being single and fine and choosing and snacking and milling them, okay? And this is a new beginning for you, all right? Where there's nothing but opportunity, okay? There's an innocence about this, all right? Because you left a situation where you've tried to make this work, very much so, okay? And at this point, you're like, I need something more. And despite how this person is feeling at that time, you're still like, look, I'm out here. Life is meant to be lived. I'm not going to live in the past. You know what I mean? I'm ready to move forward. And you're out there, meaning you're in this like single life. You're dating, okay? You're being very passionate. You're not necessarily giving a commitment to anything or anyone. Yet you are definitely enjoying yourself, and this person sees that, okay? Which is another reason why it puts them in despair. Trust me, they're going to hear it through the grapevine, okay? That Capricorn has not been sitting in the house. He or she has been, you know, looking flawless and beautiful. He or she has been glowing. He or she is like on the money. He or she looks renewed and hopeful. Now we see why the star is here. That's that overall energy, okay? So they're going to hear about this new beginning, and it's going to send them into a tailspin, okay? So we see that, again, you move away from the situation with the Six of Swords indefinitely at this point, okay? And even though you feel like you didn't necessarily want to, you could feel regretful about it, you know, in the way of, you know, you wish you didn't feel like you were leaving this person behind. But what has to be done has to be done. So clarify the Six of Swords for Capricorn, please. Clarify the Six of Swords, Capricorn. There we go. So you moved away. Oh, excuse me, guys. You moved away from the situation. We have the Two of Cups. Because you're ready to go forward and collaborate in a different way with the Three of Cups, okay? You're ready to start new friendships, be part of new communities, you know, exercise your creativity, celebrate, party, okay? Tell me more about the Six of Swords for Capricorn, November 2020. Yeah. And we have the Hangman in reverse, okay? So when we see the Hangman in reverse, we know that whatever whatever issues were there are no longer there, okay? We also see it as you letting go, okay? So letting go of things that no longer serve you, okay? In order for you to move into the place that you want to be, okay? Clarify the Six of Swords one more time for me, Spirit. Thank you. Clarify the Six of Swords for me. All right. No, that's too many, Spirit. Let's go to another deck, guys. Spirit, will you please clarify the Six of Swords for Capricorn, November 2020? Thank you, Spirit. You walked away from a situation, moved away from a situation that no longer served you in order for you to be balanced in yourself as the King of Cups, okay? For you to be happy, basically. Last clarifier for the Six of Swords. Finally, honoring yourself the way that you should as the King of Wands. It's a beautiful thing. All right. So we see that through November, you are in the energy of the star, where there is a lot of hope. There is a lot of renewal and inspiration. There is peace and serenity. This is almost spiritual, okay? You could be looking at a situation in November where you feel, you know, defeated or at a loss, okay? And it seems to be in love, where you possibly felt like you were fed illusions, okay? It seems as if the person that you were dealing with could have had toxic additives in either their personality, their spiritual life, or in their physical life, which brought a lot of conflict and tension in the situation, which made you end it, okay, and complete this cycle with them. Even though you shared a lot of love with this person, you exact the ending with the death card, okay? And you look back at it, you know, feeling sad about the energy that you've put into it because you really wanted to make this work. But again, you stay in that energy of your truth as the King of Swords. This separation was very difficult for you because this is someone that you considered your twin flame or your forever person. But again, you don't have the patience and you lack the clarity or the faith in the situation to move on. Again, this is a person that could have been very dominating and controlling and rigid with the Emperor in reverse. And you guys could be married or have children together or have been living together for a very long time. And in return, you could want to call a truce with them with the Two of Swords, but it's just not something that you can do because this person is a stalemate and they have blocked emotions, okay? They could be also indecisive, which would make moving forward very difficult. In return, you decide to move forward as the Emperor, you know, solely on your own, independent, solid, building a firm foundation. This sends your person into a tailspin because you are also in the Knight of Wands energy, which means you're out there snacking them. You're out there milling them. You're dating. You have options. You are not making any commitments to anyone, and you are glowing and you are living your best life. This is clarified again with the Fool card talking about this new beginning where you can be creative in so many different paths because you are not confined to just one. We also see that, again, you regretfully move away from this person, but you do so. In return, you are honoring yourself even more so as the King of Wands, which allows you to be very compassionate with this King of Cups and emotionally balanced and generous in your life and in the lives of those that you interact with, which totally explains why you feel renewed. And if you don't just yet, trust me, my dear, you shall. So, Spirit, may I have some advice for my Capricorns, November 2020. Advice for Capricorn, November 2020. Advice for Capricorn, November 2020. Advice for Capricorn, November 2020. It's time to set yourself higher and see yourself and things from a higher perspective, okay? So to gather yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, esoterically, and see yourself and the situation from a higher perspective. That way, you can gather yourself quicker instead of, you know, making unnecessary steps along the way. Even though if you do take those steps, those are the steps that you were meant to take, and no one judges you. But of course, if your girl LS can tell you a shortcut, you know I am. Capricorn. It is time for you to retreat and recharge, okay? So you've been through a lot, okay, especially emotionally and mentally, all right? It's time for you to go within and release all of those things to your guidance system so they can transmute it, as well as you go in to get the answers that you need to move forward, as well as the medicine that you need to heal from this loss, okay? Or you feeling a sense of being defeated. And again, when you end something like that, especially a situation like this, you can consider it like going into battle. So go internally so the medicine men and women of your bloodline can assist you in healing and moving forward. It is time for you to exchange energy to create abundance. This is the Temperance card. So it's time for you to take negatives, Capricorn, and turn them into positives. Not just simply state that they're negative and deal with them. If it's something that you don't like about yourself, you're in the position to change it. You cannot change that for anyone else, but you can for yourself. So whatever you don't like, you're at a place now that you can change it and transmute it for good. And that's advice from the divine, okay? So exchange energy or old wounds, exchange those with your angels, okay? So that they can help you to move forward and to release those things, because you don't have to take the baggage of any situation into the rest of your life, let alone a relationship, okay? Advice for Capricorn, November 2020. Thank you. Did not say, that's so awesome. You have a medicine mother in your background, okay? It is time for you to honor your inner knowing and also honor the inner knowing of the medicine men and women in your bloodline, the spiritualist, okay? Your ancestors are calling out to you. They have the healing that you need. It is totally up to you to go within to get it. This is a situation now, everyone is learning if they didn't know before. Everyone is learning that everything that you need is within. If you take this time to go within, you can be healed. These things can be transmuted. And all of those negative things that you swore up and down was following you from last cycle, they would be no more, okay? Honor your inner knowing. Honor that you know that this is the right decision. You know taking your time and meditating is important. You know the soul searching is important. You know, transmuting a negative into a positive is important. This is not only for you, but this is for the people after you, okay? So honor that, all right? Honor your inner knowing and honor the fact that you have gifts as well, okay? And use those gifts in these changing times, Capricorn. One more advice card for my Capricorns and I'll let you go. It's time for you to trust in your instincts, Capricorn, just like animals, okay? Animal doesn't guess if you're a good person. They don't check your resume. They don't look on social media. It's their instincts, their intuition, their gut that lets them know. And they react accordingly. If they get the wrong feeling off of you, it is what it is. You may get bit, okay? If your energy is good, of course, they just come to you to to get in contact with you because, you're vibing with the earth. Nevertheless, it is time for you to trust your own instincts, the natural instincts that you have in moving forward. You know what you know. A liar will always be a liar. A cheater never changes its spot. A leopard never changes its spots. There are things that you must honor within yourself, but trust that your instincts are on point. You're not just being mean to people. Sometimes your flesh could come off aggressively, but that's because your spirit is going off saying that's a negative. This person or this situation is, evil not evil, because we know evil and good. You can't have the light without the contrast of the darkness behind it. But you understand what I'm saying. Trust your instincts when it comes to people, places, and things. And instead of doubting yourself and saying, oh, you're just tripping, why don't you say, I wonder why I felt like that. I wonder why I see, if you've seen something, okay, you start digesting it. Why would I see that? If you hear something or you feel something, why would I feel like that? Don't just throw it off anymore, Capricorn. Trust in your instincts because they will also help your way forward. So, my beautiful Capricorns, this has been your message for the month of November. This has been your general message. I pray that you have found some light and it can help you along your way. Know that I love you very much. And until we speak again, I need you to do a couple of things for me. I need you to stay in peace. I need you to stay in light. And always, always, my dear Capricorn, stay in love. Until we speak again, love you.